How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Crypto Clout. I am your host, Face Crypto. Bitcoin is currently worth $8,875.59 according to CoinMarketCap at the current time of recording this video. Today we'll be talking about DigiByte. We'll be talking about blockchain, and I really find it fascinating whenever we see Bitcoin supposedly take a downturn, at least a relative downturn, because you do think about it, the sort of Black Thursday or whatever it was back in March when all the markets crashed. Bitcoin wasn't immune from it. Went down to like $4,000. We saw the it was fast approaching 3,000, and then in such a short amount of time, Bitcoin is one of the leading recovered assets from that sort of whiplash that we saw in DigiByte having a record sort of a very impressive 60% price increase in 3 days. It's been really having a very impressive performance, especially in these uncertain markets. But I mean, I just like to talk in context because we do have long-term Bitcoin indicator to flip to bearish ahead of the next manic panic. So a long-term trend following indicators is about to flip bearish on Bitcoin for only the fourth time in the asset's short 11-year history. However, it doesn't necessarily mean that more downside is coming for the first ever cryptocurrency before the next bull market manic FOMO buying phase begins. The long-term channel about to flip bearish, but indicator can lag behind price action. These are all interesting things to talk about. And my answer to these is always, what this article right here is, encompasses, a lesson that we all should learn. The Bitcoin pizza day numbers are actually worse than you thought. The pizza guy spent $1 billion on pizza and gave away another $1 billion, yet he has no regrets about squandering his 100,000 Bitcoin fortune. I had mined a pool of about 100,000 Bitcoin, and I spent maybe half of it on pizza and the other half giving away or selling it for other stuff. I maybe made $1,000 altogether. I made enough to build a new computer for Bitcoin, 6,000 Bitcoin for a single slice. That is interesting. But we need to think about that. If there's a lesson to be learned, from stories like that, is that you really can't get wrapped up in what the current value of Bitcoin is. Of course, back then, somebody like him, he's a famous person for it now. So, I'm sure he's doing all right. Has to deal with what happened, but if you're a full Bitcoin holder, you might think back to days like these. If when the spending power of the dollar shifts, and potential downturns and all these different markets, it is just something to think about. And I bring these things up, just in the context of DigiByte, because, we need to talk about blockchain, and of course, DigiID, and all these other variables that are, have a big promise, in the world of business, as we see a lot of the different variables evolving. It will be very interesting to see just how DigiByte and the like, and I think DigiByte does have staying power, really long-term promise, in a multitude of facets, and I think that as we see, Bitcoin and all the others, evolving, whatever happens in the market in the short term, it really isn't my concern. I'm more concerned about the technology, and the investments and all these other things. So of course, remember, this video is for entertainment, educational purposes only. Of course, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not your dad. But I think this was a good video. I just wanted to get this off my chest. I think in the future, DigiByte will be viewed sort of parallel to the way that we thought about Bitcoin, back in the day, which is another one of the reasons why I'm bullish on DigiByte. But I suppose time will tell. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Make sure that you guys comment down below. Share it and share it among the DigiByte community. so that, you know, we can get the word out. But yeah, all that being said, I hope you guys have had a good day. You know, I'll see you guys next video. Have a good one.